Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video I'm going to be looking at a C8 Corvette. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Chevy here in Murray for giving me some time with this Corvette. This particular one and a couple others are currently available for sale, and they do have some discounts on the cars. So if you're interested, link to the website in the description down below. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Nick. And then also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. So powering this is a 6.2 liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed dual clutch automatic. Fuel economy is 16 around town and then 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 495 horsepower and then 470 pound-feet of torque. And then in this engine compartment area we also do have the storage area, which is pretty cool. You usually don't see that in a mid-engine car. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you're going to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now take a look at the hood with the front end really sharp with all of the lines. And I like the turn signals there with the headlight design, pretty cool looking. And a bird decided to get me right before filming, which super convenient, Mr. Bird, super convenient. Anyways, good storage space here, just like a Porsche 911, or other supercars in general. So it's cool that it has that. And then you guys can see how it's kind of darker there at the bottom. But yeah, overall, really aggressive front end. Tire and wheel setup is 245 by 35 by 19, and then 305 by 30 by 20 in the rear. So staggered setup. Got this cool silver trim on the outside of the wheels. You can see the black trim in the center, and then we've got the red brake caliper as well as part of the Z51 package. Blacked out mirror cap, and then you can see here with that trim piece, it's also blacked out. So yeah, it's got that cool kind of supercar, sports car design. Then quick look at the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function opening for the front and then for the trunk. And then take a look at the rear here. Cool with the sequential turn signal there as well. And yeah, the overall design on the C8, I think it's aged pretty well. It still has that cool supercar appearance that it was known for at debut. Now take a look at the front door panel. You can see we've got a bunch of stitching there at the top and soft touch. Same thing down below. And then this is cool with the memory seat, how it's been integrated. Windows are automatic. You've got your door lock and unlock, and then the opening for the front and the trunk is down there in that little area. And then really cool seats, perforated all down the center. And we've got all of our adjustments on the side, also red seat belt. This is cool here in the dash. And then you can see the pedals down below. We got that squared off style here for the steering wheel, paddle shifters there in the back for the dual clutch. And then on the front we got a bunch of controls including the heated steering wheel. We've got our cruise control as well. Pretty cool setup overall. And then we've got traditional stocks on the back. Now take a look at the gauge cluster. If I press that Z mode button, and that's cool, it changes the gauge cluster. But yeah, super customizable. Other drive modes will also change it depending on what you pop into. Some of the benefits of a digital gauge cluster. I like all the info you see, including like the tire PSI. 360 camera system, which is nice to have in a car like this that's so low to the ground. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, quick response time, easy to use. You got the shortcut bar there on the side as well. You can see a couple of physical controls. Got some shortcut buttons for like the front end lift, front camera, stability control, transmission select here with your manual mode, and then your drive mode selects that little dial. Some cup holders here, a little storage there, and then all of the climate controls here on the side. So for example, you know, if I want to turn on the heated and ventilated seats, I got that control right there. And then down below, we got a little center console area here, wireless phone charging pad as well. See Corvette Stingray. And then it's so funny, the glove box is here on the other side, so you got the button there. But yeah, it's kind of hard to reach as a driver. And then yeah, it's a soft touch on the outside glove box, but also all over the dash. It's pretty fancy. Camera rear view mirror. And then this top is removable. So here's our window sticker. You guys can see all the standard equipment. Base MSRP $75K. Total MSRP $91,280. And let's see how it drives. let's talk about visibility before we set off. Visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors. Rear's not too great, but the camera helps out, which is cool. Yeah, 360 camera system with this is great. Cooled seats in a supercar, also cool. See what I did there? See what I did there? So I'm gonna put the front end lift up. It's pretty quick with the raising function. I don't know, I think that's pretty cool, if you ask me. It's one of the few times I see a parts truck is the same brand as the company that's carrying parts for. Yeah, the front end lift helps out a lot. That's pretty quick. Oh, and of course I have to do it again. I forgot there's 2 driveways. Yeah, I should have enough time. Transmission's very quick. The ride's really nice. And this car is super daily drivable. It's pretty quiet too. I will say, I'm sure that people get used to these climate controls, but it's weird having it all there. It's funny, it's faced towards the driver. I mean, it makes sense for a car like this, but it's also like the passenger. Who cares about the passenger? But it's a really comfortable ride for what it is. Transmission's really smooth too. Yeah, it's very approachable. You know, sometimes you'll see cars like this that, you know, they just won't be as approachable. Especially the comfort's crazy. It's crazy how comfortable this is. So we're in the Z mode. Let's see what the train tracks are like. Yeah, again, for such a sporty car, not bad. Yeah, it's got some power. Again, the 6.2 liter V8 does feel a little bit strange in this type of car, because it's like you have this basically supercar level of grip, and you got the mid-engine design, and then you've got this torquey, like low-end torque V8 with a dual clutch. It's such a weird experience. It works, but it's weird. Pop back in the normal mode. So overall, the regular Corvette, I know it's not the hype car anymore, right? Everyone's excited about the, you know, Z06 and the upcoming ZR1. But, you know, the Z06 and the ZR1, they're expensive. We don't know the pricing on the ZR1 yet, but it's, judging by Z06 pricing, it's probably going to be over 200 grand, right? It's a lot of dough. You could literally buy 2 of these and still have money left over. So, you know, if you want something that's approachable, daily drivable, has supercar looks, supercar performance, and, you know, because they've, you know, started to cut up the Corvette pie a little bit, there's some discounts on these regular Stingrays. And so, yeah, just the value per dollar you can get with these, it's pretty impressive. So let me know your thoughts, but I think this might be the best time to buy a regular Corvette, if you could call it regular.